Hello and a warm welcome to World This Week by Latest Laws. This is a weekly program, so hit the bell icon to get notifications for new videos. My name is Vasvi Bhatia and let's begin with Supreme Court this week.
Apex Court Judge Justice UU Lalit called upon senior advocates to render pro bono legal aid to the poor and marginalized sections to ensure that they get quality access to justice. Justice Lalit, who is the executive chairman of the National Legal Services Authority, was speaking at a function organized by Karnataka State Legal Services Authority in association with the District Legal Services Authority on actualization of rights and entitlements in achieving Sustainable Development Goals 2020. Supreme Court Judge Justice D.Y. Chandrachud said that the live streaming rules have been formulated so that the courts could live telecast its proceedings, and added that everyone in the country has a right to know what goes inside a courtroom. The centre has told the Delhi court that the social networking platforms are required to follow this due diligence as provided in Section 79 of the Information Technology Act 2000 and the rules notified therein. They also have to follow Article 19, subsection 2 of the Constitution and ensure that their platforms are not used to commit and provoke terrorism, extremism, violence and crime. The Supreme Court orally observed that it doesn't want to comment on the way in which government is showing interest and there should be fairness. In a case in which former Fortis healthcare promoter Shivendra Mohan Singh is accused of misappropriating 2,397 crores of Religare Finvest Limited funds while deferring the hearing on his bail petition to post-Diwali vacation. The Supreme Court has slammed the Uttarakhand government for filing a frivolous appeal challenging the reduction of sentence of a man in a case of attempt to murder. A bench noted that the counsel for this accused did not challenge the conviction before the Uttarakhand High Court and only argued for reduction of sentence, and the lawyer for the state did not oppose such a plea for reduction of sentence. Highlighting major concerns over judicial infrastructure in the country, Chief Justice of India N.V. Ramana on Saturday made some shocking revelations, including how almost 20% of the judicial officers in the country don't even have proper courtrooms to sit. Allegations that Israeli-made Pegasus software was used to snoop on journalists, activists and politicians in India are about the violation of fundamental rights and could have a chilling effect, said the Supreme Court. While setting up an inquiry headed by a retired judge, a vague denial from the government is not sufficient, the Supreme Court said sharply, asserting that the government could not give any clarity despite being given ample opportunity to do so. The Apex Court asked the central government to come out with some policy decisions concerning the implementations of the community kitchen scheme by taking into consideration other similar schemes which are in operation in different states. The Supreme Court said civil contempt means willful disobedience of a decision of the court, and merely because a subordinate officer acted in disregard of an order passed by the court, liability cannot be fastened on a higher official. Atrocities against members of scheduled castes and scheduled tribes are not a thing of the past, lamented the Apex Court, as they stressed that the conviction rates in SC/ST cases were low in India not due to the falsity of charges, but because of shoddy investigation. Next we have the Delhi High Court. The High Court of Delhi rejected the bail appeal of a woman booked under the stringent anti-drug law while observing that a clean and tidy track record would not absolve an accused. The Delhi High Court listed various petitions seeking legal recognition and registration of same-sex marriages under the same Foreign Marriage Act and the Special Marriage Act for final hearing on November 30th. Next we have the Bombay High Court. Both parents should be equally responsible for taking care of their children's education expenses, ruled the Bombay High Court's Nagpur bench after an 18-year-old approached it as he was finding it difficult to pay fees at IIT Dhanbad, where he was secured admission in a mechanical branch. Next we have the Jammu and Kashmir High Court. Court of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh at Srinagar, comprising Honorable Mr. Justice Javed Iqbal Wani, in the matter of Abdul Majid Loan versus Union Territory of J&K through P.S. Kralgun, granted interim bail to an accused booked under Section 8 and 20 of the NDPS Act 1985 on the grounds of health. Next we have the Rajasthan High Court. Rajasthan High Court bench comprising Manindra Mohan Srivastav in the matter of Smile for All Society NGO versus Elementary Education Rajasthan and others granted interim relief against the state's decision regarding not to serve 25% of seats for the admission of the weaker sections in preschool. Next we have the Allahabad High Court. The High Court of Allahabad has said that live-in relationships had become part and parcel of life and were required to be viewed through the lens of personal autonomy rather than notions of social morality. Next we have the Calcutta High Court. The Calcutta High Court, while dealing with the case of Roshni Ali versus State of West Bengal and others, ordered a complete ban on the sale and use of firecrackers in the upcoming festival of Diwali and added that this ban covers upcoming festivals of Chhath Puja, Christmas and New Year too. Next we have miscellaneous news. The centre has made a fresh push with certain states to operationalize special fast-track courts launched on Gandhi Jayanti 2 years ago to deliver swift justice in sexual offence cases. After the passage of the Criminal Law Amendment Act in 2018, the central government has decided to set up 1,023 fast-track courts, including 398 to deal exclusively with cases related to violation and of the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act in 31 states and union territories. The centre told the Supreme Court that NGOs had no fundamental right to receive foreign donations. The government defended its 2020 amendments to the Foreign Contribution Regulation Act as a move to curb illegal funds transfer from foreign donors and non-state actors to influence the country's political and social discourse. The National Human Rights Commission has issued a notice to the Secretary, Union Minister of Labour and Employment to show cause why it should not recommend Rs 2 lakh as monetary relief to the next of kin of a COVID-19 patient who died due to medical negligence of ESI Hospital in Delhi. A military court in Pakistan has convicted the son of a former Major General of the Pakistan Army to 5 years prison term for asking Army Chief General Qamar Javed Bajwa to resign. The news agency reported that a Seoul court fined Samsung Electronics Company Limited Vice Chairman J.Y. Lee 70 million won plus a fee of unlawful use of a controlled substance. The news agency said that Seoul Central District Court fined Lee for being administered propofol, a sedative used in anesthesia, multiple times between 2015 and 20. This is a weekly program. For more information, check the description box, and to get weekly updates, subscribe to our channel. Thank you and have a nice day.